Hey, this is kind of a journal for myself and where I am right now with just life and trading. Kind of want to start making videos again to get back into it. And it's for all you guys, but it's also for me so I can look back on and just have a record, when I am successful with what I'm trying to do and all my goals. But I think the last time I spoke was when I was trying to find another job. I was on unemployment because of COVID, and I was saying I was going to go back to Amazon, or not go back, I was going to start at Amazon, become a delivery driver. So I did that. I'll throw some clips in here of me doing that. Deliver one package. And this is kind of what it is all day. You just follow this little GPS around. Sometimes you have to manipulate the map on your own if it gives you some bull crap. Out of order stops. It's an AI that maps all this, so yeah, overall it doesn't give you too much trouble. Got a little bird crap right there too. Yeah, we'll see y'all in a little bit. Look at all these packages. How are you supposed to maneuver around any of this? But there also was a lot of pretty driving that I appreciated as well. And I did that for about 4 months, and it got to be too much. Just having to go help other people out. And I live in Nevada, Reno, Nevada, so there's snow coming down and all this, and I'm not trying to drive in snow. I'm from Louisiana, and I can't do all that. I can do it, but I don't prefer it. And so I ended up getting this opportunity on Craigslist, and yeah, it was for shipping dogs. And I was like, oh, this sounds good. They're gonna pay me well, all that, provide me with a van. And I started that. And first off, they were like, oh, well, we don't have vans right now. Well, can you use your car and go drive up? And when you get back after this trip, we'll give you one of our vans. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I'll make some extra money in my car, and then after this trip, I'll be able to use their vans. And so drove up through Northern California to Oregon, picked up this dog right outside of Portland, Oregon, drove all the way east to Bozeman, Montana, and it's freaking storming. It's coming down, snow, winter storms, and chain requirements, all this kind of stuff's going on. And I didn't bring chains, nor did I even think about it. I don't know why, because it's winter, and freaking I had my dog with me, and I was pretty sketchy. I was sketching out, and so I got to Montana. This was like a 3-day trip to get to Montana. Then I got stuck in Bozeman. I dropped this dog off in Bozeman, Montana, and the people said they were going to reimburse me for the hotels. They reimbursed me for one night, not the other two, and I basically got pretty scammed on it. So it was a loss. I didn't get paid for my time or any of that. But luckily, the lady whose dog I was shipping paid me in cash. So I used that cash, put it in my bank account. So it basically made up for the hotels I had to pay for. And yeah, so ended up going to Montana, dropping the dog off. I got stuck there because it just starts coming down. And I remember it wanted me to go south through Yellowstone, West Yellowstone National Park. And man, it was white out. And I had my dog with me, and it wanted me to go over this 8,000 foot pass. And we were probably at like 5,000 or 4,000 at that point, and it was already starting to come down at that footage. And I was like, shit, well, let me see what I can do and try to get up over this pass. I'm trying to get home and get back to Nevada. And so we started driving, and man, I just couldn't see the road anymore, and I started getting fearful. And that was like the first time I got pretty scared, and I was getting anxiety, and I was like, I'm putting my dog's life in danger if we get stuck out here. So turned back around, drove an hour back to where we came from in Bozeman, Montana, stayed at a Super 8 over there, and it was just coming down all night. We got some Qdoba or something like that. And then, yeah, woke up the next morning, and I don't even have four-wheel drive on my car. I drive a Toyota Sequoia. It doesn't have four-wheel drive, nor do I have chains. And I got out the parking lot, but man, I was like sliding around, but it's only because of the weight of my car. I was able to create momentum so I wouldn't get stuck. Reversing, drive, reverse, drive, reverse, drive to create momentum. And then, yeah, freaking made it back next day. Drove all the way back to Nevada, and I was like, man, I just need to get a stable job and quit job hopping around. And so I applied to a bunch of jobs, local, like cafes, all that kind of stuff, warehouse. And I went and looked at Chewy, and I did like a tour around the warehouse, and I was like, man, this looks like it would suck. And it's just noisy, all the noise, the factory noise. I was like, no, I'm not. Even though it paid $20 an hour, and I'd have to work weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12-hour shifts. So it's not many days, but I just couldn't deal with the being inside all day in factory stuff. Then Lithia from Subaru hit me up, and yeah, they're a really good company. So now I'm working over at Lithia, just being a service porter. So when you drive your car up, I just take your car, put a tag on it, and yeah, just freaking drive it around, and it's easy, chill. Health benefits are really good. But yeah, can't drive stick, so I'm learning how to drive stick, because right now I got to get other people to come and drive it. And so yeah, life's been pretty good though. I've been deepening into my spiritual practice more, and I would say I don't claim any religion. I think it all kind of leads to the same place, but I feel it in my heart with kirtan, which is like Sanskrit singing and chanting, and Buddhism philosophy. Just because life's a mind game, and Buddhism mainly makes that point and gives you the tools for ending suffering and to not suffer in this lifetime, and just know everything's always changing. But that's been helping me get through all this stuff, I think, because it was hard, and you could have took a bad mental route on it, or you could have just been like, I'm being watched out for, everything will work out in my favor. And yeah, it has. I have a stable job now, and until I get full-time trading, I'm not gonna do any challenges for a while, because man, I've failed so many challenges, and I've been funded twice. My first account was a $200,000 account, freaking blew that, and then I got a $20,000 account because I was like, I'm not paying for any of those big accounts anymore. I did a $20,000 account, got funded with that, blew that on a daily drawdown, and because I just wasn't paying attention. And yeah, also just don't think I had like a stable strategy. It's like I was kind of all over, like I was profitable, but I didn't have like a set, this is what I'm doing every single day. And now I do have that. It's with ICT. It's just this 2022 mentorship. That's all you need. It's all you need to go do. If you're new to Forex, go look at baby pips and just go learn about candlesticks and just what the market is. But then just go to 2022 mentorship. That's all you need. ICT, that's it. It'll speed up your progress so much. Don't get shiny ball syndrome. But I don't know, you might have to go through that stuff to get where you need to be. Like I did. I had to go through all the bull crap and learning experiences to get where I needed to be. And so, yeah, right now it's, what's the day? It's third week of January. So we're coming up on, I think like the 17th or 18th, Monday. Yeah, today's the 15th. So tomorrow's the 16th. And yeah, I'm working full-time Monday through Friday. It's not that bad. I'm just telling myself it's a good company. Just submit to it, save up money, and you'll get to where you need to be. Um, but so far, I mean, I have everything I need. Life's good, and until I get full-time trading, I'm not stressing because I've created so much suffering for myself to become a full-time trader. And it's so easy to do that. You are just like, oh, I just want to get out of my job. I hate work. I hate working for somebody, blah, blah, blah. But that's just creating suffering on yourself, man. You know, you got to submit the time, submit the work. And once you get your trading down, you just need to be consistent. And that'll take off on its own. But if you hate where you're at and all that, you're just going to keep creating suffering for yourself. Just be aware of where you're at. You know, don't attach to it and get all, I hate this, you know. Just know what you need to do. And when you know what you need to do, just be content with where you're at. But know you have a better future for yourself and keep putting in the work. So that's all I really need to say. That was kind of a freestyle update of where I'm at right now. So, yeah, whoever's out there, I don't know, I hope this helps you out at all, but keep pushing, keep going, and as long as you loving what you're doing, you know, you'll get there. And what's also really weird is the timing to hint back on I'm being watched out for. When I started working at Subaru, my car and check engine light just decided to come on. I'm like, shit, you know, I really don't got the money for this. Like, what am I gonna do about this? Well, there's all these mechanics, you know. And so I went and talked to them, and they figured out what the problem was with my car. It needed new spark plugs. And yeah, I went and bought the spark plugs from AutoZone, and they changed it for me. I paid the dude $50, and yeah, that would have been like a $300 job. And who knows what all these like businesses, they'll tell you. If you don't know your mechanics, you know, people can tell you anything, especially if you don't know about your cars. They can tell you anything. And everybody, I feel like everybody just like, they're like, all right, and just throws their money to them. So yeah, I'm grateful for that and the timing of how that all worked out. It's weird, but great timing, you know.